So the headlines have been really stressful lately. And on his most recent show, Bill Maher warned the media to start looking for more positive angles of the crisis. Take a look.
Now that we're starting to see some hope in all this, don't hope shame me. You know, the problem with nonstop gloom and doom is it gives Trump the chance to play the optimist. And optimists tend to win American elections. But at some point, the daily drumbeat of depression and terror veers into panic porn. We need the news to calm down and treat us like adults. Trump calls you fake news. Don't make him be right.
I think he went on to accuse the media of engaging in panic porn. And some folks feel like he has a point. What do you say, Megan?
Oh, well, you know, I love Bill Maher. I watch his show every week. I think he has really elevated conversations with his panels. I, on a personal note, met my husband through his show, so I always have a special place in my heart for him. And I think what he's saying about panic porn has some legitimacy in the sense that Americans are already scared. We're already living in an entirely new universe and basically being told that our way of life may never go back to normal. I mean, I think for all of us, we're thinking, am I ever going to be able to see my 3 co-hosts again and hug them and be in a, you know, are we ever going to have a meeting together again? And these are really scary and intense thoughts. And this is just small on the scale of things that people are worried about. So I do think in the times that the media can show hope, they should. And I think it's probably the reason why people like Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci have gained such a huge following, because they are very even keeled and they aren't trafficking in emotion. And I feel like I'm getting the right kind of information from them. And I would say governors like Governor Cuomo are doing an excellent job of this as well. And I do think the media needs to be careful, because President Trump is incredibly shrewd and incredibly savvy in manipulating the media. And I don't think people want him to be able to do that using something as horrific as a pandemic in order to gain, you know, support or possible reelection.
Right. Joy, how are you on this? Are you split on this?
I'm a little bit split. I mean, I can see his point about the media, because words like apocalyptic do not belong in the New York Times headlines. They should leave out any adjectives, really. Rational people know that the truth lies in the middle. It's in the middle. It's neither a doomsday scenario or some kind of sunny, rosy thing. You know, I was reading a thing that said that it takes 5 positive thoughts to counteract 1 negative thought. And there's so much, you know, lying and negativity coming out of this extreme right-wing media, you know, between Limbaugh and InfoWars and all that other stuff, that it's very hard for the media to counteract all of that. I mean, you do have quite a bit of positive media, too. So think about that, 5 to 1. It's interesting.
Right. Sonny, you think the optimism coming from the White House is also misinformation to the public?
Well, it is. I mean, optimism is fine. I want facts. How about factual optimism? And if you listen to this White House, it traffics in misinformation, it traffics in deflection, it traffics in blame. I mean, just 5 weeks ago, on March 9th, I think it is, Trump tweeted, "The fake news media and their partner, the Democratic Party, is doing everything within its semi-considerable power to inflame the coronavirus situation far beyond what the facts would warrant. The risk is low to the average American." 500 cases had already been confirmed in the United States, 25 deaths. And this is the kind of information, misinformation, that we're getting from the White House. I think the media is the last line of defense to give Americans real facts. I also have said over and over again, I don't think we should be broadcasting these briefings, these presidential briefings, live, because, again, he's just trafficking in misinformation. And because he is flanked by a Dr. Birx and flanked by Fauci, Dr. Fauci, it almost lends him this veneer of credibility, which he should not have. He has negligently, almost criminally, handled this coronavirus pandemic. And we need the facts, not optimism, the facts.
Well, here's some facts. A lot more people are surviving through this time. We're all doing what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of cleaner air has made itself available to us. There are things happening in the world that are positive. We know that, and that's a fact.